Captain Forrest here. In today's Marvel Multiverse matchup, I'm going to be going over both these combatants to see who'd win more often not in an inverse situation. Wolverine, representing Earth 616, versus Ultimate Wolverine, representing Earth 1610. If you guys are new to my channel and like this series, please leave a like, comment down below, and of course subscribe for further content. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and start off with Wolverine, representing Earth 616, and then we're going to talk about Ultimate Wolverine afterwards. Then I'm going to give my thoughts on who I think wins more often than not in an inverse situation. Easily scale around small city to city level. Wolverine is shown to physically damage Deadpool. Deadpool himself took a blast from a satellite which was calced at city level. Other characters such as Captain America would scale to this, as Captain America has fought Deadpool and has physically shown to hurt Deadpool in combat. And Wolverine has also done the same. He's been able to damage Captain America as well as Deadpool. Wolverine has his own direct mountain level feat where he was able to tank an explosion which was calced around mountain level. Big shoutouts to Crimbus for calcing this, so you can even get Wolverine to the mountain level ranges of attack potency. Okay, so I've already made an extensive video on Wolverine, so I suggest you check that video out for more details, but I will still go over the basics that Wolverine brings to battle. So as for upgrades, Wolverine's adamantium claws are extremely powerful, and with the upgrades that Marvel has gotten over the years, and their cosmology continuously getting bigger and increasing, like the claws have completely been upgraded. The claws are literally ridiculous. Easily they would scale around high Altiversal plus, boundless, if not extraversal. I've gone over the scaling for some of the hero tiers, so pretty much he's been able to slice literally like open and penetrate through like Hulk, Thor and Gladiator's skin and their durability, as those claws literally negate durability. Those claws were able to slice through chains that even Hercules could not escape or break out of, so those claws are pretty serious. Really good durability, negation and potency behind those claws. Now Wolverine's adamantium claws and skeleton can take crazy amounts of punishment, such as taking attacks from Hulk, and Hulk was punching Wolverine to oblivion, and Wolverine's adamantium skeleton wasn't damaged at all except for the tissue and organs in Wolverine's body, and World War Hulk even admits that he cannot kill Wolverine and resorts to knocking out Wolverine. Not even Silver Samurai's Tachyon sword could cut through Wolverine's adamantium, and Silver Samurai's sword negates durability and it can also cut through virtually anything. His adamantium can also take atomic to subatomic destruction, which is pretty impressive. It literally no-sells it, so atomic and subatomic, destruction to like his adamantium. Wolverine's healing factor is so potent. With just a small piece of his brain left, Wolverine was able to regenerate everything. Wolverine has regenerated from disintegration, so he's taken some pretty potent damage to his body, and as long as his brain is intact, as long as it's not vaporized and completely gone, he will always just regen. And Wolverine is well known for his stubbornness and willpower. Like Namor even talks about Wolverine, like his literal willpower being so indomitable, which ties into his crazy endurance, such as taking a beating from Hulk as mentioned, getting up and literally stopping himself from blacking out when Hulk literally goes bananas and punches Wolverine into next never. Wolverine can even enter the Berserker Rage, which amps his stats by 10 times. It's also stated that it's comparable to Thor's Warrior's Madness, which is the same as the Warrior's Madness amp, which also increases your stats by 10 times. While in the Berserker Rage, Wolverine also reaches the peak of his power and he fights literally on pure instincts, and Wolverine's berserker state doesn't impede his combat efficiency, as Wolverine can fight under control and maintain focus while in his berserker. Ultimate Wolverine is around large town level plus physically. He has demonstrated feats such as beating up Gambit. Wolverine's traded blows with Sabretooth. This same Sabretooth fights Electro and hurts him. Electro himself, as mentioned, has defeated Iceman, who performed a large town level plus feat of his own. Very impressive. As for Wolverine's adamantium claws and the potency behind them, they should easily scale around country level. As mentioned, the Human Torch performs a country level feat with his flames. This same Hulk tanks a blast from the Human Torch, who performed this country level feat, and Hulk is powerful enough to blow away and extinguish those flames and send the Human Torch flying. In the same comic, Wolverine's adamantium claws stab into Hulk no problem. Ultimate Hyperion was able to blast Wolverine with his heat vision, and Wolverine's adamantium was just fine. This very same Hyperion clashes with Dr. Spectrum, and their clash created a giant explosion which was calced at multi-continental. Thor has demonstrated to physically hurt powerful characters like Hulk and Ultimate Loki, and even Hyperion himself. Ultimate Loki is above the 3D realm, as he views the realm and calls it a little 3D dimension, as he can step anywhere inside of it. He can live and perceive higher planes of reality, such as Asgard, suggesting and showing he's above the mortal plane. Not even the humans can perceive Loki, which is why they cannot see him. So this can easily be argued for around Universal Plus for Thor, as well as the Adamantium for Wolverine. Hulk himself has taken attacks from Thor, and Wolverine can physically damage Hulk with his claws. Okay, so that's going to round up AP. I'm going to go ahead and move on to speed. So speed, Wolverine should easily be massively hypersonic. So other characters like Spider-Man, they can dodge Electro's lightning. Sabretooth can do that too. He's able to contend with Electro and tag him as well. And Wolverine can also tag Sabretooth. So right there and there, you have some good speed scaling for Wolverine. Okay, so that's going to round up speed. I'm going to go ahead and move on to the other feats that Wolverine brings to the table. So, believe it or not, Ultimate Wolverine has some decent skill under his belt. He is an expert in hand-to-hand combat. He's trained in Black Ops and has different types of fighting maneuvers implanted in his brain, and he was able to hospitalize 50 to 60 men all in combat and not kill them. Logan is also stated to be adept with most weapons and fighting styles. Wolverine is a dirty fighter. With his adamantium claws, he sliced off Sabretooth's testicles, targets the neck and eyeballs. He also kicked Cyclops in the nuts. Wolverine also has his enhanced senses. It's very difficult to get the drop on him. He's able to catch his own scent from 4 miles away. This just proves how great of a tracker Wolverine is, even in the Ultimate verse. Wolverine also has Type 3 mortality. You see, what makes Ultimate Wolverine a little bit more different and unique from his 616 counterpart is that Wolverine's genetics and mutant powers are designed for survival. After Hulk rips Wolverine's head off, he is able to stay alive just fine without his body by breathing through his skin. He's also demonstrated to take 100 bullets and heal just fine. Wolverine is no slouch when it comes to his willpower and endurance, like his 616 counterpart. Wolverine is able to fight even while being reduced to a skeleton. He's taken a lightning bolt from Storm, tanked atomizing fire from the Phoenix Force, and an optic blast. Wolverine's adamantium is indestructible, and it's been demonstrated to tank atomization unscathed. Lastly, Wolverine has his own Feral Berserker Rage, which gives him an unquantifiable boost in AP, as he was able to demolish a group of Sentinels. Wolverine's physiology has been altered so that he is invisible to telepaths and cannot be tracked. Powerful telepaths like Charles and Jean had trouble and were unable to read his mind, and Tony's Iron Man suit could not detect Wolverine. Wolverine's healing factor helps him resist and snap out of hypnosis. Alright, that's going to wrap up both these combatants. I'm going to go ahead and give my thoughts on who I think wins more often than not in an inverse situation. So, looking at both these combatants and seeing what they bring to the table for 616 and 1610 Wolverine, of course, when it comes to AP, I would say 616 scales higher in AP, especially with the claws as well. There's more better showings with Wolverine's adamantium claws, literally being able to slice through Herald Tears. It can slice through Thor, Gladiator, and Hulk with no effort. So when it comes to the claws and its potency, it far exceeds Ultimate Wolverine's own claw feats. Like, the best thing you could probably get for him is like, you know, multi-continental scaling with the type of characters he's sliced, because the characters he's fought just don't compare to the ones that are in 616. So when it comes to physical AP and the claws AP as well, I would say Wolverine from 616 takes it very easily. And with the physical AP of Mountain, even if you downgrade and say city level, Ultimate Wolverine just can't compete. He's large town level at best. Unfortunately, the AP just ain't saying much for him. Now when it comes to speed, I gotta give this to 616. Easily, Wolverine is just faster. He has his own direct laser dodging feats, being able to react to Cyclops' optic blast, and of course other characters who just have higher speed metas and higher quantifications, and the calcs also do the justice for these characters. However, when we look at the Ultimate Verse and Ultimate Wolverine, there are some characters who have their own FTL scaling. Some of them scale to some of the heavy hitters when it comes to speed. However, Ultimate Wolverine is not one of them. At best, the highest I could probably get him is like relativistic if I use some other stuff from like Ultimate Fantastic Four. And however, even if I do that, it's too slow. And even if I grant him, if I was to like wank and say he like scales to some of the FTL metas in the Ultimate Marvel verse, it's just way too slow. The calc is too low. When in comparison, you have 616 characters reacting to lasers and having higher quantifications into the FTL tiers of speeds. So I gotta give this to 616 Wolverine again. He clears when it comes to the stat department. Now, how will the fight progress and how would it go? Just due to the stat differences, Ultimate Wolverine is going to have a very difficult time being able to get anything in, even if he tries to, you know, swat or tries to slash or claw. Ultimate Wolverine is just way too slow. Wolverine is just way better. He has better senses, he has precognition, instinctive reaction, he has his Berserker Rage if need be, and the claws honestly a lot more impressive in comparison to Ultimate Wolverine. And yes, this fight, I don't think it's going to be necessarily a one-shot, just due to Ultimate Wolverine also having really good endurance and willpower. He's not easy to take down with his indomitable will. So Wolverine from 616 is going to have to apply a little bit more into this fight. He's definitely going to be shredding at Ultimate Wolverine, and Ultimate Wolverine's healing factor pales in comparison to 616 Wolverine. 616 Wolverine can literally regenerate. He can regen his soul. He's regen from having his whole, you know, literally just his whole adamantium skeleton with just a small smidget of his brain left. Just regen very fast, whereas Ultimate Wolverine, him just taking too much punishment, it takes him like, you know, several minutes. It can even sometimes take an hour for him to fully heal. So when it comes to healing factors, his is not very impressive. It's pales in comparison to 616. And there's also a flaw with Ultimate Wolverine's adamantium. Since it's not bonded with certain joints in his body, it's very easy to dislocate Ultimate Wolverine's joints because they're not locked in with adamantium. That was a flaw with the whole process when he went through the Weapon X program. So that's why characters like Ultimate Gambit were able to pretty much like kick his kneecaps in, and Ultimate Wolverine had to pretty much relocate his leg just due to the flaw in the adamantium. Of course, Wolverine is definitely going to be going in town. He's going to see that, and ultimately he will take down Ultimate Wolverine. He's going to dismantle him, and you can even make arguments that the adamantium that 616 Wolverine uses is a lot more fundamental and a lot more impressive, and the durability negation just has more quantification to it in comparison to Ultimate Wolverine. So you can even make arguments that 616 Wolverine could literally slice through Ultimate Wolverine's adamantium just due to lack of feats that the adamantium has shown when it comes to indestructibility. So more often than not, I gotta give victory to 616 Wolverine. He's just the better Wolverine in comparison to Ultimate Wolverine. Anything Ultimate Wolverine can do, 616 Wolverine can do vastly better. And I would say mid-diff, just due to Wolverine needing to apply a little bit more into this fight, just due to Ultimate Wolverine's indomitable will and certain aspects. But anyway, that's my thoughts. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment down below, and of course subscribe for further content. It's been real. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.